As the Earth has been traveling quickly for the previous 242 days, Jupiter, and the impact is about to happen. We are now so near to the massive planet that it is the sole object filling our sky. Temperature of the Earth's surface uncontrollably increasing, our atmosphere is catching fire, as well as the scientific community rushing to offer solutions. Hello and welcome to KYC News. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. One way that researchers could discover solutions would be to look back in time, as this wouldn't be the first instance of Jupiter and another planet have collided. In over 4.5 billion years, Jupiter was hit by a powerful collision, 10 times as massive as the Earth, with a planet. Given that, the impact changed everything entirely. Center of Jupiter. The other planet, however, what happened to it? What does that tell us, then? About the prospects of our own planet of escaping a collision the gas behemoth into? In order to learn more, let's go back in time 4.5 billion years. Back when Jupiter was a brand new planet searching for its position in the cosmos. Back then, the gravitational attraction of Jupiter grew 30 times more potent in a mere millionth of a second. This made the orbits unstable. Many young planets in the area, and brought about some of them to strike Jupiter. There may be one such planet. Was 10 times as massive as the Earth, and the majority of the ice core was silicate. It collided with Jupiter. With a 46 kilometers per hour, 29 miles per hour impact speed. Only a minor amount of mass was lost by Jupiter. But its initial core was not altered by the collision. Was entirely altered. Prior to the impact, Jupiter's core was extremely dense, of powerful materials, and the remainder of the globe consisted of helium and hydrogen. Following the hit, the silicate ice core of the newborn planet joined Jupiter's orbit, creating a diluting of Jupiter's core. The bulky substances dispersed and blended with Jupiter's outer layers. Even though this crash was a pivotal time for Jupiter, it signaled the end of the line for the planets opposite. So what are the chances that Earth will perish? Would differ in any way? Let's investigate. The Sun is orbited by the Earth at a speed of 18.5 miles per hour, 29.78 kilometers per hour. With this tempo, suppose the Earth simply departed from its orbit orbiting the Sun and directly toward Jupiter to reach there, it would take roughly 242 days. Over the course of our trip, Jupiter would appear to be a brilliant star, increasing in size daily, by the hour. By day 6, the brightness of Jupiter would match that of the Moon. We would soon begin to recognize our daylight. Getting darker, only roughly 50% will be ours from our typical sunlight when we approach the orbit of Mars. Thankfully for us, the atmosphere of the Earth would serve as a barrier so that we wouldn't immediately feel the cold. However, that will pass soon. Therefore, you'll have to spend money on some hefty winter clothing. In light of everything, Mars's surface is heated of minus 63 degrees Celsius, minus 145 degrees Fahrenheit. Then, basically, that is we would have to anticipate. After passing quickly through Mars' orbit, the belt of asteroids will be crossed by us. We'll witness stunning meteor showers, illuminating the sky, but will also be in danger due to when he ran into several of those meteors. Therefore, let's proceed. 242 days later, when traversing our solar system, finally, we would arrive at our destination, Jupiter. Earth is dragged into Jupiter. The speed of our planet could till it reaches 60 kilometers per second, 37 miles per second, increase. That is 250 times more quickly than an airplane can fly. So make sure to hang on tightly. And have we not mentioned that Jupiter is home to 79 known moons, circling it constantly? Therefore, there is a real possibility that we, the Earth, will collide with any of them. Is drawn inwards. And if we manage to avoid every moon, the situation would only worsen. As we collide with Jupiter, the atmospheres of both planets will be squeezed, raising the temperature quickly, setting the air on fire, in essence. But at least we won't need to be concerned slamming into the center of Jupiter, so we won't ever get there. We live on a small world, would burn off in the air prior to that ever occurring. However, Jupiter would be greatly impacted by this, as the remnants of Earth would seamlessly blend into its environment. Consequently, if you ever observe our planet veering off course and approaching Jupiter, along the way, you might want to leap off, possibly as we fly past Mars. Additionally, if you need any advice on how to create your new planet, the Red, check out How to Survive, our newest program. The suggestions there include might assist you create your own little Martian settlement. The biggest planet in the solar system has gone rogue, and now it's heading straight toward Earth. You have 30 days till this gas giant wipes us all out. What speeds would Jupiter be traveling at? What kind of havoc would it wreak along the way? And is there any way we could survive getting eaten by a planetary Pac-Man? In our night sky, Jupiter appears a lot like a bright star. From our earthly point of view, only Venus and the Moon are brighter. But something strange is going on 588 million kilometers, 365 million miles away. Jupiter has ramped up its speed to 225 kilometers per second, 140 miles per second. That's 15 times faster than its usual orbital velocity. So, now this gas giant, 11 times larger and 317 times heavier than Earth, is on the loose. And it's going to speed right at us until it filled up the whole night sky. But don't worry, you could already be dead long before those 30 days are up. As it moved toward Earth, Jupiter would first pass through the asteroid belt. This region between Jupiter and Mars consists of hundreds of thousands of rocky bodies, ranging from tiny dust particles to asteroids almost 1,000 kilometers, 620 miles, in width. But none of these would do anything to slow down the gas giant. The average distance between these asteroids is about equal to 7 Jupiters in a row. So there's a chance the planet could pass through completely unscathed. And in our night sky, Jupiter would now look double its usual size, which doesn't seem like a whole lot to make everyone panic. But that doesn't mean it wouldn't cause a little bit of chaos on its trip. You see, Jupiter is vital to our solar system and to life on Earth. It acts as a gatekeeper to our cozy planetary neighborhood, protecting us from being bombarded with giant life-ending asteroids all the time. Why? Because Jupiter's gravitational pull is massive, about 4 times stronger than Earth's. This strong pull redirects asteroids that could be on a collision course with us. And this is good news for you, because even one asteroid as small as 5 kilometers, 3 miles across could end life on Earth as you know it. Just like what happened to the dinosaurs around 66 million years ago. But if Jupiter suddenly started heading toward the center of the solar system, it could send many dangerous space rocks our way. If one of them smashed into our planet, you might not live long enough to witness Jupiter swallow Earth. But for the sake of our hypothetical scenario, let's keep you alive for now. While sending asteroids on a collision course with Earth, Jupiter could also pick up a new moon or two. The asteroid belt is host to Ceres, the only dwarf planet in the inner solar system. It has about 25% of the total mass of the entire belt. Maybe this dwarf planet would join the 79 other moons that make up Jupiter's very faint ring system. Next stop would be Mars. And now Jupiter would appear almost 4 times larger than usual from Earth. While the red planet could be lucky enough to avoid being obliterated by a head-on impact, with Jupiter, it may not make it out untouched. Maybe the newly added Moon, Ceres, would slam into it. This wouldn't be Mars' first rodeo either. About 700 million years after the formation of our solar system, a huge asteroid even larger than Ceres collided with Mars. That collision tore away part of Martian hemisphere, and the debris from that asteroid started orbiting the red planet, eventually forming into its 2 moons, Phobos and Deimos. These moons still orbit Mars today. Now, at 16 million kilometers, 10 million miles away, Jupiter would be closing in on the home stretch. From Earth, you'd see it bright and clear, as large as the Moon. From this point on, you could start to feel some of the effects of Jupiter's powerful magnetic field. This field is the largest object in the solar system, and it's 18,000 times more powerful than Earth's. It would be so strong that it could trap charged particles and accelerate them. These particles would damage electronics in our passing spacecraft, and they could potentially penetrate Earth's atmosphere and magnetic field. And that would be real bad news. You were lucky to avoid one of those planet-killing asteroid collisions. But now, you and everyone else on planet Earth would start to suffer from severe radiation sickness. First, you'd be incapacitated by nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting. You'd also feel anxiety, confusion, and could lose consciousness. After a few torturous hours, you'd start to feel okay. But then the final stage would kick in. You'd experience tremors and convulsions before ending up in coma. Or worse. If somehow you survived this, the ultimate end would draw nearer and nearer. Now, only 2 million kilometers, 1.2 million miles away, Jupiter's massive storm, the Great Red Spot, would be the same size as the Moon. And the planet itself would appear 8 times larger than that above us. Earth would now be caught in a violent game of tug-of-war between Jupiter and the Sun. This could cause tidal heating all around our planet. Earth could become a hellhole riddled with earthquakes and volcanic eruptions that would spew sulfur dioxide gases into space. All the while, Jupiter would be making its final approach. Now, as close as the Moon, it would occupy 40 times more space in our night sky. And as it crashes into Earth, the atmospheres of both planets would compress. This would rapidly increase the temperature, causing everything on Earth, including the air itself, to burst into flames. And in this colossal inferno, Earth would burn up in Jupiter's atmosphere until we fuse with the gas giant forever. I guess you could call us pretty unlucky to be the only planet swallowed up by Jupiter. I wonder what would happen if it swallowed up all the others too.